Hey, I'm Avalon, and this is my first episode of Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna give you great tips in this video on how to get started with the game and what is the current discussion in the game. And yeah, you guys might know I'm kind of new to the game, so I'm gonna share with you my thoughts here as kind of a newbie in the game and give you some first tips and tricks what to do and what not to do. And also I was in the forums just checking out what the discussions is about the game. So that's basically already the first advice. When you start new games, take the time to Google it, take the time to check out the forums, what's hot, what's not, what are the current topics that are in the game, what do people discuss. Now the first few things here that I learned, and I'm gonna give you some tips here about what I learned about these games and how I learned it. The most you're gonna learn from other players. So don't just rush into the game and as soon as you're dead, leave the game and go for another game. I would actually recommend you really stay in the game and watch what the other players in the game are doing, and so you can basically learn a lot. I had one game that I watched and I really seen how this guy was always moving in the game, hiding himself and repairing the collector, and this was actually really a surprise to me. He was all alone. All his teammates were killed, but he managed to repair all the generators and to escape all on his own, and that was kind of an eye-opener to me on how to play the game. Of course it's a social game, you have to help your other teammates, but you also have to be able to try to escape for yourself, so take care of yourself. Like in a real world scenario, really think of it as this was a real danger, a real world scenario, what you would do and what you wouldn't do in that scenario, and that helps if you try to hide. Now, that's the first point here I want to mention. Watch other more experienced players and imitate what they are doing. Try to imitate what they are doing. Then the second thing I want to stress out here for all the beginners out there with this game, keep moving. Keep moving. Also, when you repair a generator, maybe you want to have a break in repairing the generator and then keep moving and then see whether you're safe, and if you're safe, go back to the generator and continue the work. And always when you're working on a generator, keep looking around whether the bad guy, the killer, is approaching or not. Don't just stay focused on fixing the generator. Hide and keep an eye on your environment to keep more safe. Like you do in a real life scenario, you're gonna die very quickly if you only watch the generator. There is actually a big troll in the game. The game is actually lying to you, because when you start the game, you can watch what the survivor should do, and it says hide in the grass and hide in those cupboards, because he won't find you in there. And that's actually a lie, because when you look the killer tutorial, it will actually tell you they're stupid. They think you can't see them when they hide in the grass, but it's not true. Slaughter them when they hide in the grass or anywhere else. So don't think he can't see you when you're hiding. This is a big mistake you may be doing at the start of the game. The killer can see you. And also when you're running, you leave a trail for the killer, that trail that he can follow, and he will find you easier. Practice the skill check. It's really bad. Whenever you fail a skill check, the killer will know where you are and you should hide immediately. So practice those skill checks. And how do you do that? Actually, there is an audible signal shortly before the skill check starts. So always listen for that signal, and as soon as that sound plays, you know there's gonna be a skill check. Get ready to be successful in the skill check, and yeah, practice that a little bit, and it will become routine for you guys to click at the right moment and really be successful at the skill check. It will become kind of routine to listen for that audible signal. Don't also worry about all the stuff you gather in the game. There's enough you gather with every match, and so on. Now, for the team play aspect, what I learned so far, there are really great players in the game that will rescue from the hook. It's a good thing to rescue other players from the hook if you're able to, but don't try to rescue them just for the sake of rescuing. In the end, you also have to survive. And then we come to a big topic in the game, which is camping. Camping killers is a big topic in the game, and how to handle campers. And there's a lot of rage in the community, that's what I found on Reddit, about camping. Now, let me tell you my opinion on this as a new player. It's up to the killer. It's totally up to the killer how he wants to play the game. It's also up to the survivors how you want to play the game. Now, if the killer decides to camp, so shall it be? Let him camp, repair those generators, punish him and escape. Actually, it's the same for me. When I'm on the hook and he's camping me, what I think is, hey guys, go on, repair those generators and escape. You're gonna win this game easily. So I'm sacrificed for your victory, and that's kind of the mindset you should have in that topic. You're helping your teammates to escape easily, and that will actually punish the camper, and next time he may consider not to camp anymore. The same thing is with destroying his hooks. Some campers get really angry, but I mean, it's just part of the game. You can destroy his stuff, so yeah, feel free to do it. Now, another thing is, you can face a friendly camper. You can face a camper. You can face a killer that just hunts you down. That's just how the killer is, and accept it as it is, and have fun with the game. Either try to rescue your teammates if possible. And there's, by the way, a tip for that, because if the killer puts traps there, you can actually, as soon as he's working on the trap, you can try to rescue your teammates. Yeah, but always think of surviving as well. Always think of surviving as well. Now, there's other types of killers. There's also the so-called friendly killer in the game. So he will basically let you survive and help you farm, and this is actually also good for him, because he can also farm more blood points when he lets you escape from the hook and then catches you again, and all of you can actually collect the items there in that map. And yeah, there's also a friendly killer, so if you encounter a friendly killer, that's cool, but again, it's in the game. There are people very annoyed about that kind of farming in the game, but if it's possible, if the game allows it, play it. Play it! It's part of the game. It's okay for me. So, what I want to say, you accept the game as it is. Also, in a real life world, there could be a killer that just enjoys face camping you to the death and let escape all the other players. That's just bad luck for you. That could happen. There is maybe a killer that will hunt all of you down. I think, what I mean, my impression is that's kind of a realistic scenario, and you have to figure out what kind of killer it is and act accordingly in the game, and make the appropriate actions, which is either repair those generators and escape, or try to help your friends. Of course, you should always try to help your friends. That gives you a lot of blood points. I mean, there's also the other side. There's also camping survivors. Camping survivors that will just stay around the hooked survivor and try to rescue him for any. That's their biggest goal, and that's kind of the same thing as camping one survivor with the killer. So, but it's also, again, it's up to them how they want to play. Everybody should just enjoy the game. So once again, my tips here, I just mentioned: learn from other players, keep moving, keep hiding, and adapt to the killer. If it's a camper or not a camper, that has an impact on the way you have to play the game. And yeah, most important, also enjoy the game, and don't think the killer can't see you when you're hiding in the grass. That's one of the biggest troll here in the introduction to the game. And actually, when you're running, you leave a trail, so you better walk than run in the game. Now, there is another issue with the game that I want to briefly cover here in this video, and that is stability of the game. It very often happens that you try to join a lobby and the game will just hang or crash. I don't know if all of you have the same experience, but it happens to me a lot. Sometimes I have to restart the game 2 or 3 times until I can join a lobby successfully and get playing. So this is kind of annoying, and I hope it gets fixed. And I also hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, or if you liked this episode very much, please let me know in the comments. Put all the questions in the comments or things I got hit at the escape, but I'm able to escape successfully as the only survivor in this game. Let's shortly cover this game here. I was actually doing a lot of things I learned in the game, like hiding, moving, keep hiding. And so I was able to escape. He got a hit on me just when I was at the door, but I was able to escape. And now I'm doing those upgrades on Bloodweb. And actually, Meg Thomas is a player I can really recommend to you guys if you're a starter in the game. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dead by Daylight. Please let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, and please like the video, and for more awesome videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks. Have an awesome day.